Midterm review part 2, question 2. This is an absolute value inequality we want to solve. So we're going to rewrite this. -5, the absolute value of 4 plus x is less than or equal to -15. In both cases, we want to divide by the number out front. We don't have a number being added, so we'll divide by -5. Now, when you divide a fraction, or when you divide an inequality by a negative, it actually reverses the sign of the inequality. So instead of saying less than or equal to, it's now going to flip around and say greater than or equal to because you divided by a negative. So that'll be a 3. We're going to solve this in a similar way. So we're going to write two inequalities. 4 plus x is greater than or equal to 3. And then 4 plus x is, then in this case, since we're going to make this a -3, we're going to switch this to a less than or equal to. Now we want to subtract both sides. So subtract 4. And that's going to give you x is greater than or equal to 3 minus 4, which is -1. So x is greater than or equal to -1. And in this case, we're going to have x is less than or equal to -3 minus 4, which is -7. So if you look at the help, you can use a number line to help you if you need to. But we want to look at a -1 and a -7. Now, the biggest number of that is -1. So that's actually going to be here. -7 is going to be over here. When you're looking at greater than or equal to -1, it's going to be at or above. So we're going to close that circle and we're going to shade above. And then when we're looking at less than or equal to -7, we'll go over here. So you can see those are going apart from each other. And so that's going to be one of those or ones. So we can cross out the ones where it has between. And so it's going to be greater than or equal to -1, which is right here, or x is less than or equal to -7, which is right there. We can also use a graph to help us with that, just like the last problem. So what we'll do is we'll type in -5, absolute value 4 plus x. And then on the next line, I'm going to do y is less than or equal to -15. So you can see the points of intersection at -1 and -7 again, and you can see that it's actually shaded below. In this case here, we can also put the entire inequality. This only works with inequalities. And you can see that it's shading apart from each other. So we want to go greater than or equal to the -1 because it's going in the right direction, and then less than or equal to -7 because it's going in the left direction.